I have to literally train myself. I need to like train myself to look at the camera.
You sure got me trained to look at it. Oh, no.
All right.
You can do that before the live.
I can see myself now. Hi guys, this is Magical Lady Duchess, and this is Mr. Damon, my husband.
Hello.
Hi. All right, so today's relationship talk that we are going to discuss is in sickness and in health. And what? Pass my phone, Big Daddy. Thanks. All right. So what made me think of this is B. Smith. Does anybody know who B. Smith is?
What is that?
Baby, you don't know who B. Smith is?
Baby, if it ain't got nothing to
Okay,
do with
so
V8 motors and high performance transmissions and positive track rear ends, air ride suspension, I don't know nothing about these folks.
B. Smith her name is Barbara Elaine Smith. And she was the editor-in-chief of Essence magazine. She now has she had been married for like 20 some years. B. Smith had a restaurant. She was the editor of an Essence magazine as well. She was a television host. She was a model, an author. Why are you looking like that?
Is that her?
Yeah.
Which one?
This the one that her husband has a girlfriend. Remember we was talking about that the other day?
Oh. Okay, I remember that.
All right. So hi and thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the blessings. So what made me decide that I wanted to talk about B. Smith and the situation was back in May, I think May of this year, my sister and her long-term boyfriend, he had OD'd on some drugs. You know, I think it was like the fake weed. I don't know, something like that. Oh. And for a minute, he had kind of like lost his everything, his mind and everything. And I commend her for sticking with him regardless of whatever. I don't know if I could have done that if Damon got high and got a hold of some bad dope, and then that's why his ass is like that. And for those of you who are in my Infinite Energy group, you remember me talking about my sister and her long-term boyfriend. Well, anyway, time has changed. I don't think that he's on medication or anything like that now. But we was like, would you stay with me if I was in a situation like that? You talking about sickness and health. And so B. Smith has Alzheimer's or dementia. And I don't know what the like, I guess like whatever their arrangement was before she got sick, and maybe the arrangement was he can get a girlfriend long as he take care of her or whatever. But that made me pose the question to, hi darlings, that made me pose the question to Damon. Like, if that was to happen to me, would you take care of me? Would you get another girlfriend? And then it made me think to myself, if the shoe was on the other foot, because Black women, we are pre something to take care of a man. Sick, handicapped, he loses legs, feet, arms, fingers. We're most likely we will take care of the man. That's just how we are. But we talked about that, and it was like, I don't know if I would even be mad at him if he did that. As long as he was taking care of me and he got a girlfriend or whatever.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Well, why not?
I'm not gonna take care of you while I got it. No, man. That's the whole point of us being together. And the whole point why we
But what happens if you get
if you don't care about you giving me no permission to do it? I'm not doing that, baby. I'm not, no, man. Mm-mm. Now, I mean, if it's like a nurse or something like that that come help out or something like that, that's one thing. But no.
So do you think that's a disgusting behavior, Carmel?
I mean, if
Jones, if that was their arrangement,
if that's their arrangement, then so be it. But I'm not. No, I'll never agree to no arrangement like that. Sorry. No.
What would you let me have a boyfriend if I let you stay in the house and I'm gonna put you at home?
Look here, I already told you to put my ass in the home. Sit around and saying I'm listening to you doing a horizontal mumbo with somebody else. Seriously? No, put me in the home.
So what if you had a girlfriend and you just put her and she was in an apartment or something?
No, I'm not gonna have my girlfriend.
So you wouldn't have a girlfriend, period? Never?
No.
Like for real, for real?
No, for real.
Like I'm crazy as fuck. I don't remember shit. Like I don't even know who you are.
No.
You was still like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I don't know about no thing.
I mean, I'm about to put your ass in the home. I'm about to put you in the home if you become too much, but I'm still not gonna go see nobody else. Why? No. Long as you are my wife, it's gonna be me and you until one of our last breath. I'm not doing that one. Sorry.
But you will put me in a home though?
Put your ass in the home and start getting out of hand. Start hitting me with newspapers and shit. I'm not gonna let you, hey, look here. Come get this one. You ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna roll your ass right on up in there. Look here. Take her. I'll be here in a couple days.
Did you say roll me?
Roll your ass right on them. I'm gonna take the locks off the wheelchair, drop your ass out, and roll you right through the door. With a note attached to your neck. This is my wife. Take real good care of her.
So I pose a question to you. I can understand both sides, and maybe that's the counselor in me or something, or
my thing is just, shoot, this is what I'm married to you, babe. I'm married to you. As long as we're together, I'm gonna take care of you the best way I can, the best way I know how. I'm not gonna. No. Not gonna.
So I'm gonna tell a story. Hi, New Subby. So we lived in Houston for about 8 months. And I had a miscarriage. I'm not gonna cry.
No, please don't.
I had a miscarriage earlier that year with a set of twins for Damon, of course. And then I had a tubal pregnancy about 4 or 5 months later, maybe. Because I had the miscarriage in January and I got pregnant again around June.
Mm-hmm.
We was doing a lot of fucking.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fucking.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, yeah, you just go to magicalLadyDuchess.com and book a consultation or a conversation with me, and we can definitely discuss if you want to get work done. But anyway, so I was in Houston. We were in Houston at the time, and I had a couple of miscarriages, and my body was just a mess. It was just a fucking mess. And I had a cycle like a couple of months later, and my cycle wouldn't stop. And then I went from having a cycle that wouldn't stop, just bleeding, to they thought that something was wrong with my kidneys, and they thought that I had lupus. So wasn't it lupus and kidney disease? It was a shitload of stuff, diabetes, all that stuff. I was also still overweight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still overweight now, but I was really overweight then. And so the medication that they gave me had started to make my hair fall out. And it was coming out in what, like clumps. And I remember sitting on the edge of the bed and I was crying because I felt like I'm gonna be bald headed. I don't know what's wrong with me, and he might leave because at that time we were not married yet. And I was like, he's going to think I'm so ugly.
Mm.
And so I was sitting on the edge of the bed, and he had got up to use the restroom, and he come back, and my head is like down, like this, right?
Head all down.
And I was about to start crying. I was just like, this is just not my life. And this is fucked up. They was trying to tell me I had lupus, and it was a bunch of shit. And so he came out the restroom, and my head is down, and he plugs in these hair clippers. You know the clippers that you cut hair with. And so while my head was still down, he kind of like lifted it up, and he was like, "I'm just gonna cut all your fucking hair off right now."
Yeah, nice little fade.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna give you a fade. You got the head for it, so we don't have to keep going through this. So every time that you lose a clump of hair, you fucking cry because we're not supposed to deal with this. You fist to fucking, I'm supposed to cut all your hair off." And he was like, "You could dye that shit blonde. Don't you like to wear blonde? And you can be just fine." So he cut my hair off, and
gave her a nice little fade.
yeah, he gave me a fade. I was like, the fuck? And then he looked at me and he said, "You are still one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life." And we got up. I think we went to Walmart. I know. We got up and we went to Walmart, and he bought me the blonde dye. Right? He came home and he put the blonde dye on my hair for me because I was so weak. I couldn't hold my hands up, and medicine was just like draining me. And he did my hair. I'm gonna show you a picture of how it looked. And he did my hair, and he was like, "See how beautiful you are? See how?" And I was just like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be sick. Like, I don't know. And I was like, if you want me to go back to Dallas where I have family and stuff, I can do that, and you can stay here in Houston.
Nope.
And what did you say to me?
Nope. We going back. You going back Dallas? I'm going back with you.
And he said, "It's my honor and my privilege to take care of you." And
great honor on top of it.
I was just like,
"No tears.
I'm trying. I'm trying." So I was just like, "Are you sure?" Because I would like we lived in Houston near Joel Osteen's church, and he worked in Pasadena. He drove gas trucks in Pasadena. So by the time he get home, he's probably been gone 13 hours. And then he has to he would pick me up, put me in the shower, or put me in the bathtub, whichever I wanted to do. He would fix my food at night for the next day. He would lotion clothes, clean up the bed if I bled on the bed. Like it was, and I would tell him, "You don't have to sleep in a bed with me because I'm bleeding. I'm like, I don't know if I don't want this to be too much. I don't want you to think I'm disgusting or."
No, man, you wasn't discussing. You wasn't a burden. You wasn't none of that. You was my wife, and I was gonna take care of it regardless.
So when you talk about when you talk about in sickness or in health, I know what that was because for almost a year I was sick, and
Yep, you rolled me in the truck.
he went and got a job that allowed him to
where I can have passengers in the truck with me. Because a lot of companies don't do that these days. They don't allow passengers in the truck. So I searched around, found a company that allow you to have riders. There are companies out there that do it, but it's few far between there because of insurance purposes. But I found a company that let her ride with me. So she rode with me for about a year.
And I took my medicine. I need napkins, baby. And I was like, well, you don't have to do that. I can go home. And he was like, I don't want nobody else to take care of you. Can you give me some water? I just started crying and shit. My nerves got bad. He was like, I don't want anybody else to take care of you. I don't want your mama, sister, auntie. He was like, I don't want nobody taking care of you but me. You're my responsibility. Thank you, Daddy. He was like, you're my responsibility.
Huh? Sparkling water or regular water?
Regular.
Regular water.
And if you ever be wondering, if a man love you, it's moments like that prove to me that he did. Am I healthy now? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. But at that time, I was not. I had the miscarriages. My body was a mess. My blood sugar was high as fuck. It was a lot. And like I said, you always want to really know if that person love you regardless of whatever, they will. Because when I went on the road with him, I just slept. And I was coming off of my father passing away, taking care of my mom when she was sick. She passed away. Going through separation and divorce. My daughter had left. I was going to federal court. I had been going for 2 years. It was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Damon kind of came in on the tail end of everything. And I was just a mess. I was tired.
Yeah.
And I was just a mess. And it was a lot. It was a lot. And so probably about the second month that I was on or in the truck, one day I woke up and I wasn't bleeding no more. And I was checking my blood pressure. It wasn't high anymore. And I felt good. And I hadn't felt good in like months. I hadn't felt good in like months. And I started journaling and I started writing and I started healing. And all my husband told me to do was, I just want you to sleep.
Yeah.
I just want you to rest. I just want you to sleep. I had been taking care on and off of my mother with cancer since I was 14 years old. And then when she died, I started taking care of my dad that had pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, I was a witness to that.
Yeah. And so for the first time in my life, I didn't have anybody to take care of. My daughter was gone and I didn't have a parent that was sick. I never traveled. I never went anywhere. I really just stayed at home to take care of my parents. First my mom and then my father. So I never got to live and I was almost 30-ish. And here come Damon. And I was like, what the fuck do you want? I have nothing to give you. I don't have anything of value inside of me. I don't know if I can love you like you need. I don't know because I'm not healthy. Did I not say it?
Mm-hmm.
And you said what? You was up for the challenge.
I said I was up for the challenge, and I said I'm up for the challenge, and if you give me the chance, I said let me take care of you. Let somebody take care of you for a chance.
And I wasn't ready for that either. I wasn't ready. And it took, and I kept saying, and be careful what you ask for. I kept saying, I need something to show me. I need something to show me that he loves me no matter what. Like, I need something to show me that he's not going to leave me, that he's not going to walk away. Like, I need something like that. I need a sign that is so clear that it cannot be missed. Now, I was not specific enough because, bitch, it was my motherfucking health.
Hmm.
It was my health. I got sick, and that's how you know if a motherfucker really do love you or want to be with you or anything else is when you get sick and you're not in a position to do for yourself. And my husband was changing bed pads and washing me and all of that stuff. And you ever want to know? You ask for a sign, be careful. You better fucking be specific. you, you, you better be specific on how you ask because that's how I got my answer. And for the first 2 months, I just slept, y'all. I was in the back of his truck. I just slept. I slept.
Yep.
He would stop and he would stop and he would ask me if I was hungry or if I had to use the restroom. And then I would be like either yes or no. And then we slept. We slept. I slept. And then, like I said, one day, and I will say that him loving me and him taking care of me, and it's like he took the weight of me off of me. I don't even know if that makes sense, but he took the weight off of me having to be me. Where all I had to do was just be. I wasn't responsible for another human being. I wasn't responsible for having to take care of this or having to take care of that. He took the weight off of me that I didn't even have to take care of me. And thank you, baby. Thank you so much for that.
It's indeed an honor, and I'll do it all over again.
Even when I was pissing blood and all of that shit, and my period wouldn't stop, and the tampons and Kotex.
The reminders.
All the what?
The reminders. Yeah, with all that.
It was like the same panties, the same pants, and it was like one day I just woke up, I wasn't bleeding no more, y'all, and I felt good. Like I wasn't hurting. I felt rested. I just felt good.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt good. Who the fuck is it?
You didn't have bags on your eyes.
I didn't have bags up under my eyes. And then I started losing weight. It just started like I was eating healthier. I had time to really research on how I wanted to eat and what I wanted my life to be like and how to redesign who I wanted to be. Like that's what he gave me. I don't know, he was advertising something, so I hid it. He was like the reset button. It was like he was the first person that I had ever met in my life that didn't want anything for me but for me to be happy. And I was like, what the fuck did you get out of it? What did you get out of it? And he was like, just seeing you like that. And I'm like, no. Because people don't do stuff just because. People do stuff for a particular reason. They have a motive. And he was like, I just want to love you. It is something about you that I just want to love. I just want that. And I want it with you. I don't want it with nobody else. Now, do I think he was crazy? Yes.
Oh, yeah, you told me that many times.
I was like, you crazy little bitch. But he was like, no, I just love you, woman.
I find that so hard to believe. I don't know, but eventually she gave in a little.
I did, and
she gave in.
We rode on the road the next, I don't know, 7 months or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. About 7, 8 months, I guess.
And then I was like, I'm ready to find a home. I'm ready to be still because in all that time and all those years, I had never seen a mountain and I had never seen the ocean. I had never felt sand between my toes. I never was on the top of a mountain. I ain't never seen a forest before because I was always taking care of my mom and my daddy. And then getting with him, and then it took for me to be sick, it took for my freedom to be in jeopardy, for me to really live and to travel and to experience things. And I experienced them with him. I don't think that he understands how wonderful and what a life he gave me just by letting me tag along because I didn't really serve a purpose other than just to be there because half the time I would be in a bed asleep. But through it all, he gave me an opportunity to heal
Mm-hmm.
and to heal and not be alone and just let somebody take care of me. So I get, him not wanting to put me in a home or him not wanting to always want to take care of me because that's just how he is about me. And I still don't get it. And it's been almost a decade.
Ain't nothing
But
to
I'm
get. Just
thankful.
allow me to be me. So,
I'm thankful.
girl,
Nevertheless.
there's some of us out there that go above and beyond to make sure that their significant other is okay.
So I will say this for especially for Black women. We are so used to having to always be in charge of our lives and everything else around us. It was really nice to be able to let that control over to you and just let you take care of me and provide for me and just love on me and help me to heal. Like Black women, unfortunately, we are some of the most underrated and underprotected species that there is. And I'm not saying that all women, and I'm not just saying I'm pro-Black, which I am, but I'm saying it's very seldom that you get a man that look at you and he's like, I'm for you. I'm for you. I'm for everything that you're about. So for me, when I do love work, I literally think about how much my husband loves me, how much he gives to me, how much he protects me, how much he honors me, how much he never has done anything to put me in a position where I'm embarrassed or that I have to feel like I'm not enough or that I have to compete with somebody. He's never put me in a position like that where I felt like somebody was better than me or I felt like I had to compete with another sister or another race, whatever. He's never had to make me feel like that. He's never done anything to make me feel like that. And that's what I want to give a lot of women. I want them to feel that good about themselves. I want them to feel that great about whatever it is that they have going on. It was not easy for me to let my guards down and to let that man love me. It was not easy at all. And I was still waiting for the ball to drop because I was like, I can't afford to trust now other man and he do the same shit to me. So it did make me hard. It did make me like question everything. And sometimes I was my own worst enemy in the relationship. It was me. But I needed, like, I guess I needed what happened to me with my health and stuff. I needed it to happen.
Hmm.
So, because I never questioned his loyalty or how he felt, like, I never questioned that again because when the chips was down and I didn't know how long I was going to be sick, and literally I went to the doctor. All my stuff was normal. They took me off the medication for the lupus. They took me off like, I went from like 5 or 6 pills to like one.
Hmm.
And it was in a matter of like 7 months. It was like a complete restart. I lost like 20 some pounds. Like it was just, and I was on the road doing all of this. And I just, I don't know, baby. Thank you. I don't know why in particular you chose me, but thank you, darling.
I mean, you're an impressive young lady.
I'm an impressive young lady.
Indeed, you are.
I am.
Quite a handful of those. But yeah,
I'm a
very impressive.
No, it's not. So I've been there and done it, and I try. I promise you, everything that I've been through, I use it in my work. I use it in my readings. I use it in my love consultations. I definitely use it in my work because I know how that feels, and I never want anybody to feel that way.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Someone said they bet. They bet. Do y'all have any questions for us? Dominant and strong, independent women of all walks of life struggle with it, letting go of control and trusting someone else to be there to manage what we have to do every day. Yeah, I still struggle with that sometimes. You think so?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I have my moments where I'm a bit lazy. But damn, I'm entitled to have a lazy spell every now and again.
Yeah.
Even when you do disapprove of it. Shit.
How did I learn to let my guard down?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good
one. For the record, her guard is only about 85% down. She still keeps it up a little bit.
Well, I still gotta be me.
Exactly. I don't expect her to have it all over, I mean, look here. Everybody, there's always gotta be a room for bullshit detection. Is that right?
What bullshit detection?
Yeah.
Women naturally have that. We just don't trust it.
Yeah, you always look here. Don't give up the bullshit detection mode. Don't give up that. Please don't.
Yeah.
Somebody.
How did I let my guard in? I still have it up. I still have my challenges. I'm a Taurus, but I know that my husband does love me, and I know he's always gonna choose me. Kids, family, whatever. I come first. Um, have we ever broken up and gotten back together?
Oh man.
In the beginning,
every week.
I used to break up with him every week.
Last about 10, 15 minutes. Put it like this, before I get to the second stop sign, she called my phone, I turn around, and I always turn around and go back every time.
He did. I would be like, why the fuck? I'd be like, you know what? I don't even like the way you drinking that water. I don't think this gonna work. I knew it wasn't gonna work when I first started dating you. You need to leave. Get out my house. And he would leave.
Some guys would be like, God, that would be all like about to go off. And I'd be like, well, if this makes you happy, then I will be more than happy to, as long as you happy, that's all that matters. Let me get my stuff and let me go. Like clockwork, I get to that second stop sign. I hear that phone ringing, and I'm turning around. I always go back. That's one thing I always try to do. I always try to leave I always went back.
Thank you, Nelly.
I'm not gonna.
I'll say to you.
I'm not gonna turn my back on her. I always gonna,
I mean, but he understood. I made it very clear. Like, I was fucked up. Everything he did, I was like, I don't even like the way you sit up there breathing and looking at TV. You know what? This shit ain't gonna work. Get in my house. And he was like, okay. All right, that's what you want? Yeah, that's what I want. Once you get in my house. Okay. That was in the beginning, though. That was like really, really early on. Like months, like few months into it. Somebody asked, let me see. As a man, how did you keep your power in dealing the hard? They said, as a man, how did you keep your power in dealing the hard times?
Dealing in the hard times. I guess for me is that I try to be as understanding as possible. I mean, she had been in a pretty bad relationship. Not to mention that that's something that we had in common because I was in a pretty screwed up relationship myself. So me having to, I knew what I wanted from the first time we started talking or whatever. But I also knew that I had to be a little bit more understanding. I mean, understanding is real. Is the best key to in a relationship. You have to be able to just. Sometimes you have to just kind of like just sit back and you just have to take a deep ass breath and be like, cause she got on my nerves. I ain't gonna lie. There's been many a times I wanted to cut her motherfucking brake lines, but I just.
You wanna cut my brake lines,
There's been a couple times I wanted to cut her motherfucking brake lines, but I just took a deep ass breath and be
really,
like,
nigga? Really?
this here, man. But I mean, that's just life. I mean, so I mean, I just have to, you just have to find you something to do. You know what I'm saying? Go work out in the yard. Go do some landscaping. Like, go do something. Go trim your hedges. Like I said, go out in the, just find you something to do. Wash the clothes, wash the dishes, do something. Sweep the floors. Just find you something to keep your mind occupied. To give her time to find her center, so she can come back to you in a different mode, and then we work things out. Now, she'll go in on my ass and we'll laugh about that shit about 5, 10 minutes later, like it ain't even happened.
He laughs at me when I be trying to
She
go
be
out. I be
trying to
like,
go
start.
up and like, I give her that old sarcastic, I give her that old, I'm not concerned that laugh. Like, here we go with this again. She be ready to go in. She hate when I do that. And sometimes she can push that she can just pull on that. She can push that last button to the point where I'd be like, wait a minute. Now I get a Kevin Hart moment wait a minute. Hold up. You back up and you recognize that you talk to him, your husband, not none of these niggas out here that you just your husband.
Whatever.
I had to shut you down.
Whatever.
I had to shut her down. Don't get that nigga. Don't let Magickal Lady Duchess fool you. I know how to shut her. I know how to bring her back to Duchess. Just plain old Duchess.
Boy, shut up. The next question.
Recognize my shit.
The next question was, how did you feel about Lady Duchess crazy at first? Did you think I was crazy?
It was cute.
What was cute?
Your crazy was a bit cute. I love the challenge. I accepted her challenge and I wheeled through it gracefully. I'd like to say that. It wasn't easy. Sometimes I would look up to the sky and I'd be wondering, is this going to be a lifetime thing with this woman? Do I need to partake in some real good glaucoma medication? I didn't know what I was going to have to do. I thought I was going to have to go ahead and give me a prescription because sometimes she made me. I'd rather have the glaucoma medication than the liquor. I don't really do liquor that well, but I partake in many recreational um, purple haze moments. Yes.
Whatever. How did you find out about her magic and did it scare you?
Magic never scared me. I've always been intrigued by it. Hell, my grandmother practiced it, but she never would tell me. It was always intriguing to me. I thought it was quite sexy, to be honest with you. I mean, it's pretty hot. Um, I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to learn a little on my own. She finally let me learn at my own speed instead of trying to push me to it in it. She let me do it at my own speed. Um, I'm easy to get distracted because ain't nothing like a '69 Camaro, perfect curves, perfect paint job, nice set of wheels, nice interior, catch me off guard, and I forget about anything that's in front of me. Be focused on that car, period. Um, but no, I love her magical being. I love everything about it. Um, it's been a wonderful experience.
Um, was it hard for me to explain or to introduce work to Damon? How I introduced it to him at first was with crystals. Because remember,
Oils and crystals and
yeah,
all
I
that.
would, we
Yeah.
would talk about like the oils and crystals and how the herbs on how, they're from the earth and, these are earthly natural things and we put them together to do this. He didn't understand it quite at first.
No.
But I didn't expect you to. I didn't expect you to.
No,
But
I mean, but I never had anything negative to say about it.
no, it was not. It wasn't anything that I ever had to like hide from him.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I never had to hide who I was. And like he said, he used to watch me do the work, and he would be horny like watching me do the work, and he'd be wanting to fuck. So I started implementing sex magic
Sex magic.
into the work, especially if I was doing love work or come to me work or communication work. I would literally put it. We would literally fuck in our altar room.
Sex
It's so stupid. And we even had candles to explode. Remember that candle that burst?
magic.
And it was like dripping all down like my fucking altar table and all on the floor. We were still fucking anyway. And so I just learned to use what I did or what I do with him to help amplify. And sometimes I would take our secretions and I would coat the candles before I burned them. And I had like some really, or I have like some really explosive like love work like that. So
yeah, love never work on love work.
yeah, he liked helping me do love work. He was like, what kind of work you doing today? It ain't love work. But when we don't really do that as much now, like we don't fuck over the candles and stuff like we used to. But we used to.
No, been a little while.
Quite a bit. That was a good question. Thank you for asking it. And yeah, the candles did explode. It wasn't one in a 7-day jar. It was just a regular figurine candle, like combusted or whatever. And it was like wax everywhere. And he cleaned it up.
Yeah.
He also used to bitch at me because I would burn up the wooden floors and the altar.
Oh my god.
Cause you like burn work on the floor and
she
shit.
be doing work on the floor and oh my god, she burn little spots all in the wood. You're like, oh my god.
Well, I thank you. I thank you for saying that we're an inspiration. I don't think when you're going through everything that you looking at shit like that, you just trying to fucking survive and like go through it. But I'm very grateful that throughout the process of all of this, uh, we figured it out. And I don't think that we have like a blueprint for how shit's supposed to work. But I do think that one thing that we always have done is we've always talked it out. So if y'all in a relationship and stuff like that, talk it out. Um, how did you introduce your husband to deities, and was there any uncomfortable about it for him? Well, we started with Egyptian because my husband he kind of like a nerd. My husband watches like the Historian Channel, the what is that? The Science Channel. He's already into stuff like that, like Mars and Earth. So it wasn't really far fetched for him to be looking at me and understanding me because he's always like read about stuff like that. And as far as deities, because he likes to study Egyptian stuff anyway, it wasn't hard to introduce. That's what I started him off with actually, because Isis was the deity that I used to kind of use the most. And so he would use who did you Anubis. So no, it wasn't hard to introduce him to it. You know, he might not understand a bunch of like the spell work, but he really do get the gist of what it is that I do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I don't really see a whole bunch of other people being on here, you know, talking about their relationships in this kind of capacity. So, and people always seem to have a lot of questions about us and how we do. We really boring compared to a lot of stuff. We
we don't go out and we ain't out on the streets all the time. We ain't out just going to parties and finding shit. Nah, right?
We like to like go places and like study and things that are interesting to us. I mean, like I said, we ain't the strip club, you know, this and we just after we ain't really like it. We really boring, I think.
I do.
To other people.
I do my little biker boy shit every now and again, or I go to a couple of car shows. Again, or we do something else, a little educational, like a few aquariums, maybe, like art exhibit or something like that. But we don't really, we go out to a nice. I mean, we can go out to a couple of nice restaurants every now and again. I mean, but we don't really do anything. We sit up at the house and watch. You know what I'm saying?
I can literally sit in my husband's lap and he play on his phone. And I stare up at his neck until I go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can literally just be on him, and that's fine. The TV don't have to be on. We can ride, and we ride in our car, in our truck, and we don't even really listen to music.
We go 600-700 miles, not even listen to nothing.
And I just hold his hand, and I'm just staring out the window, and he's driving.
And we just sitting there. We even have a nice conversation, or we just enjoying the scenery. That's what we do. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe because I'm old or maybe because I did a lot of shit. I don't know. I seek stability. And I seek learning how to be happy with me. He seek learning how to be happy with him. That way we are equally happy together. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going out of my way trying to make him be one way and he ain't going out of his way trying to make me be another. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand everything that he watch and he do, and he don't understand that sometimes stuff don't even need to be explained. It just is what it is, you know. But I just wanted to discuss that and right, shut the fuck up.
Hey, you.
Stop. Oh, y'all talking about my lashes? So the first time I rode on the back of Damon Harley, I had them long ass lashes on that I normally wear a lot. And him going about 40 miles an hour, it was all right. And then he asked me to get a helmet that covered my whole face, but I would be cute. And I want the helmet that just stops about right here and it straps underneath. But I'm just going to wear some little cute little shades and it's going to be fine because that's what I had seen on TV. I am a Taurus. He's a Capricorn. And so as we were going over his president's house so that we can all leave and ride together, he went fast. He got on the freeway and he was doing about 65. And I was like, oh shit. So my glass is like smashed to my face. One of my lashes is like smashed down and the other one is like flipped up. And it's, damn it, don't start laughing. That whole action is so funny.
I'm looking in the mirror, man. Looking in the mirror, all you saw was this shit here.
And I was trying to wear my glasses down. And that wind was blowing.
That's all you saw. I was looking. That's your funny. That's your funny.
And he wouldn't even fucking slow down. And them hoes was like,
we ride in the group. I gotta keep up with the fellas.
So then I didn't realize I needed to button up my vest.
Oh, the vest was slapping all.
So he was like slapping me in my face.
Slapping on her face, all that shit.
And I was just like,
She just losing all over. She just got the big
I took a lot of L's.
everywhere she going.
And then my hair was short. and so I didn't know I should have had on some type of bandana or something to like smooth my hair down. And my hair was purple too. So it was just like smashed down to my motherfucking head. It looked so dry and so ugly. It like red heavy. Damn, fuck you. And then it was stopped. My eyes had started watering up too. So then one of my eyes got sealed shut with the glue. And so this one was just like bent up and it was just stuck. And I was just like, fuck, man. And David kept saying, you all right.
I just kept on reaching back.
And then he'll reach back and push him up.
I slap on her leg like, you all right back there, baby?
And I was like, no.
I'm laughing.
I'm like, no, I'm not all right at all. Oh, and then he'll go, woo, and then he just like pull me. That was horrible. And my lashes just, how was my lashes doing, David? That shit was so fucked up. And then it got stuck.
You got stuck.
And it was just like my one eye was like closed.
Let's get your vest.
And then my vest was like open and the wind was getting through. It was like
you just slap. I'm talking about it.
It was awful. And then he just kept going. He didn't even give a fuck. It was a very traumatic experience for me. I was like, fuck this shit. I ain't never getting on the back of this motherfucker again.
Lies.
But I did. But I know don't wear no big old lashes. I learned. And I wear big enough glasses that it's gonna cover the wind and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also better to get you a full face helmet too.
Yeah, we need to give me a full face helmet because that wasn't the business.
No way you want to listen to all that noise either. You know, heart is kind of loud.
Yeah, they are.
You know, heart is kind of loud, so you might want.
Yeah, so y'all petty betties, y'all want to hear the story about my lashes. Glad you did. And I'm glad he illustrated because he didn't even have to do that.
Right.
And then when we got there, when finally I get off the bike, he was like, come on, get off. I'm like, first of all, let me catch my breath. Let me get myself together. And he was like, come on, get off. I was like, fuck yeah. So then I take my hat, my helmet off. My hair look a fucking mess. My eye is like shut. So I'm like doing this. And the eyelash is coming apart. It was just.
Oh, baby.
It was not my best. It was not my best. It was, and then I had to ride back.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was our story. I don't want to do it too long. This is just talking about for better words, for cities and health. If you guys are wanting like a service provided by me or a reading, I offer several different kinds. If you guys want to check out my store, MLD Holistic Healing Store in Mesquite. My website is www.magicalLadyDuchess.com. Also, you can click on book of readings. You can you can pick going to my store. I'm also opening up a glam body studio here in Mesquite. Lease is signed. Franchise paperwork is complete. And now we're going into the construction process of like the building and all of that. So thank you guys for the love and support that you're going to give me with that. Thank you guys for everything that you have done. Thank you guys for all the support that you give me. And I thank you guys for welcoming my husband into this and receiving the words that he says. And because it's all from love. My
apologies for not, I'm still kind of trying to get used to the camera thing. So if I was seeming like I was out somewhere else, I really wasn't. I'm just still having to get myself acclimated to the looking up at the camera.
And it's okay. And one thing I want to say about working with narcissistic people or our partners, whether it's a female or a man, the only way that you can deal with a narcissistic person is to leave them the fuck alone or hex them. They don't understand nothing else other than that. Trying to be nice to them, they will not get it. They will think that they're actually using you where you're being nice. I did a whole video on narcissistic people. Like, look at it, because I kind of break that down. I love you guys. Many blessings to you guys. I do not take it for granted. I did do a video on it. I love you guys again. Any questions, concerns, likes, please include them down. You can please leave a message if you want to. You want to type out something that's cool. If it's on some negative bullshit, it won't hit the light of day because I will delete that shit. Ain't nobody about that. We trying to live our best motherfucking life. And if you trying to be petty as fuck, go on with me. I don't beef with nobody. I'm not beefing with nobody. I ain't doing all of that. When you are a happy person, everything you do will be motivated by that happiness. And if you are a happy person, you do not have time to sit up and be negative and shit and not being productive, not producing good things, and then you wonder why your shit be all fucked up. So anyway.
Anyway, anybody got all the more fucked up ass comments? Anyway, your mama. I'm finna go get me some more.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.